Today, we will provide a brief evaluation on the conditions under which you, as esteemed landlords living in Turkey, can evict your tenants and the conditions that tenants should be aware of. However, as we always emphasize in our videos, the correct approach is not to engage in legal battles based on information obtained from YouTube, but to proceed with a legal expert in the field to ensure that your rights are not lost. As we always mention, merely being right is not enough. How and at what stage you exercise your rights determines whether you will win or lose the case. Now, let us turn to the reasons for tenant eviction. These reasons explain the rights you can utilize both as a landlord and as a tenant. The first reason is the issuance of 2 valid warnings within one rental period. Suppose you have a rental agreement that started in March. If your tenant delays the rent payment within the 12-month period from 1 March to the next and causes you to issue 2 warnings, you can evict the tenant. The second reason is the eviction commitment. In this method, the tenant has provided a written commitment to the landlord to vacate the property. With this written commitment, the tenant can be evicted. The third reason is the need of the new owner. When a new property is purchased, a warning must be issued within 1 month from the date of purchase, followed by an eviction lawsuit to ensure that the previous rental relationship does not bind you. This is one of the eviction reasons that requires attention due to the importance of timelines. The fourth reason is eviction due to necessity. In this method, the eviction of the tenant can be requested due to the necessity of yourself, your spouse, your parents, your children, or your grandchildren. This is one of the most common reasons for eviction in practice. For instance, your child reaching the age of majority, you starting a job in the same area, the tenant's residence having lower maintenance fees, or you needing to live in the rented property are all reasons that allow eviction through this method. The fifth reason is eviction due to construction or renovation. In this method, the rented property needs to be demolished and rebuilt or undergo substantial renovation. In such a case, the eviction of the rented property is possible. The sixth reason is eviction through enforcement proceedings with an eviction request. In this method, enforcement proceedings are initiated for accumulated rent debt, and eviction is also requested. If the tenant does not object or fails to pay the debt within the specified period, eviction can be achieved. There are many reasons, both listed and unlisted, for the eviction of rented properties. What is important is to determine the most appropriate reason based on the specifics of each case. Every citizen has the right to follow their case on their own, but if you personally file a lawsuit based on what you heard in this video and deem suitable for yourself, it is inevitable that you will suffer a loss. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, merely being right is not enough. You must also express your rights in the proper manner. This procedure includes numerous and intricate details that require expertise, such as warning notices, response periods, expert examinations, court procedures, appeal, and cassation processes, which we cannot fully list here. Just as we do not perform surgery on ourselves with the awareness that we might cause harm, we must show the same awareness in the lawsuits we file, because if a lawsuit you believe you are right in is pursued with incorrect procedures, it is highly likely that you will end up being unjustly harmed in ways you never imagined. We wish you a speedy recovery and good days.